he answered everything but the question. Like, it's funny because somebody says, read the room. I don't think Meek could read. If Meek can't read a book, how you gonna read a room?
Is Meek Mill setting himself up to get cooked in regards to this P. Diddy situation? This is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion with your guy Alize. Don't forget to subscribe. So, yes, Meek Mill, P. Diddy, it goes together like cake and ice cream, milk and cookies, pasta and sauce. And I say that because we all know Diddy and Meek had a good relationship when Diddy was out and about being Diddy. And obviously when all these allegations came out about Diddy, it wasn't a good look for him and anyone that was close to him, particularly Meek, because an audio came out that was meant to be Diddy giving Meek the business. And everybody kind of ran with it. But to be fair, neither voice sounded like Meek or Diddy, except for the ending when it did sound a bit like Meek. But let's stop thinking about it, it was traumatizing. But another reason why people had that link between Diddy and Meek, because there's a lot of footage with them together and Diddy calling Meek daddy.
Son, and you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
I mean, what grown man calls another grown man daddy? Unless that is your daddy. But friends don't call each other that. But I don't know, it must have been some sort of brotherhood, some sort of inside thing that Diddy used to do. I saw one clip with French Montana where French was topless at his kitchen table.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear French. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
This is a special birthday for both of us.
Try calling 50 Cent daddy. See what happens. But in terms of this story, Meek Mill was reacting to the fact that a lot of music executives have resigned or been fired from their roles. Like the legendary executive Kevin Lau stepped down from his CEO role at 300, Sony Music Nashville's Randy Goodman, and Warner Music Japan's Kaz Kobayashi, to name a few. And everybody started talking, yo, it's because of Diddy that they're all stepping down, particularly Kevin Liles, who apparently stepped down the day Diddy was arrested. Well, Meek took to X, formerly known as Twitter, as he always likes to do, and he simply said, why are all these CEOs stepping down? And another Twitter user answered, bruh, this ninja just be setting himself up to get cooked. Read the room, with a laughing emoji. Obviously the guy is saying that Meek's gonna be exposed as well, linking it to Diddy. Well, Meek responded with this: I will personally give you $1 million if these stories add up in anything weird beyond trench hood level. It's two things we can't do in the trenches. It's no way y'all know what type of man I am. Hashtag Cybertruck. At 12 tap in Lil Buddy. Well, Meek does what Meek does and he talks tough with his Twitter thumbs. I always find it weird when Meek talks tough like this and hood stuff, and he's trying to do all this prison reform, trying to set a good example for the youngsters, but it's like he's got some dual personality, street guy and a responsible guy. But academics, who isn't Meek Mill's best friend to say the least, who could have gone in on Meek Mill with this, but he actually believes there's a shift in the music industry. So it's not to do with Diddy that everyone is resigning or getting fired. It's just like basically the money in the music industry isn't like it was back in the day.
Let's let you know, I don't think Meek is gay. I really don't think. I think it's funny to like we can joke on him, but I don't think he's gay, right? But he's just too stupid to tell us he's not gay. He answered everything but the question. Like, it's funny because somebody says read the room. I don't think Meek could read. If Meek can't read a book, how you gonna read a room? So if you're wondering why executives are leaving, well, they've already absorbed 300. They don't need Kevin Liles. It's probably in Kevin Liles' best interest to cash out, because when 300 went there, it required him to be there in a managerial positions for a certain point. What I'm saying is that I know y'all want to conflate this with Diddy, but this is the music business. Cashed out, they're leaving. In the last 18 months, a lot of people have lost faith in the streaming forecast of this industry. Also, the bigger labels are saying, let's downsize, consolidate. So remember you used to say Atlantic Records? Well, you're saying Atlantic, 310K, Elektra. That's a music group now. We don't need all these executives. You could go. You could go. Julie Greenwald, you got your 100. You could go. You could go. You could go. Everybody is cleaning house. The industry is preparing for, I won't call it a recession, but if I had to put it in layman's terms, the recession. Consolidate, get them out of here. What's also happening? Artists who are just sitting ducks, get them out of here. We have a new leader, Elliot Grange. We have a new infrastructure, and we now have everything is folding up. We don't need this amount of A&Rs just on Atlantic when we got this amount of A&Rs on 300. Let's take the top 50 of the best. The rest of y'all, you're fired. That's what works. You're fired. Go build a house.
So there's going to be some sort of shift. And Joe Budden actually spoke on it too. He said a lot of people are stepping down and a lot of people are getting fired. Y'all ain't about to get a whole lot of music from a whole lot of labels. If I'm any artist on Atlantic Records, I ain't putting Ish out. That's how I F my career up at Def Jam. The only people that feel comfortable there are the people that have a direct relationship with Elliot Grange. Other than that, you're probably not getting the money approved, your budget's approved, your release date approved, your artwork approved. Joe Budden keeping it real. So basically, if you're on one of these major labels where the executives are all stepping down, makes sense that it's going to be affecting you, because clearly there's a big power shift at the top. But is it true? Are these executives stepping down due to a shift in the music business? Or could it be related to one of the biggest executives being in federal detention, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy Combs? These alleged tapes with executives on them doing some real nasty things. Maybe these guys are trying to save face. Meek Mill goes off. He's tired of being linked to P. Diddy. So yes, Meek Mill has had enough with the link with P. Diddy. He went off. He wants to hire investigators to find out where, why, and how such a strong link has come from and why it keeps coming up. He took to X again to vent his frustrations with these tweets. I want to hire an investigative team, 100K cash, to find out every specific detail involving Meek Mill's name to Diddy case. I also want to look at who is powering the media involving Meek. Anything to do with Buddy. Something not right. So Meek feels there's some sort of conspiracy to keep his name involved and intertwined with Diddy. It must be getting annoying for him. He went on to say this: the streets know what's up with me. That's not the case. We're talking about business side. Somebody's powering these bad campaigns with Meek Mill. Again, I got 100K for a thorough investigation of who's powering and how exactly my name connects to this. I'm gonna take a wild guess. Meek Mill's not too happy with his name being caught up with this Diddy case. And I can't blame him. It's not the sort of rumors that you want flying around on the internet. And it's been going on for a long time now. And the speculation has heightened even more after Diddy was arrested. So everyone's thinking and wants to know which high-profile figure is on these alleged freak-off tapes that were secretly recorded in Diddy's home, allegedly. But we all know Meek likes to get on Twitter when a rumor comes out about him or he gets into a online spat with somebody. And I'm not gonna lie, the skeptic in me is feeling that this is all a promotional stunt by Meek, because he just released a song called Robbie Son. And literally the day it comes out, Meek gets to Twitter and starts talking about Diddy. And he rarely does speak about Diddy, so, you know, it's probably smart from Meek's side to promote himself while using the biggest thing in entertainment right now, or the biggest name in entertainment. But maybe I'm just being cynical. And that's just my opinion. But let me know what you think. Go ahead and leave a comment below, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. This is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion. Peace and love.